Hi all, welcome to Let's Catch Up, Interact and Share session. It's a unique opportunity to engage with experienced professionals. The experts share their insight and practical experiences, which will provide all of us with the knowledge across various fields. Seek actionable insight that can enrich our personal and professional growth. Before I start the interactions with the guest, I would like to set the context with the small story, the message of perfection. In ancient India, during the rule of King Ashoka, Mauryan Empire was a vast and powerful. Ashoka's ambitious and determined to bring peace in his kingdom, called his minister one morning and said, I want to create a vision and value of improvement for the kingdom. The minister announced the creation of this vision, which would be carved on the pillars across the empire. The initial drafts contained grand ideas, but Ashoka felt they need to resonate more deeply with his subject. To achieve this, he invited scholars, ordinary citizens to provide feedback. After several revisions, each value simplified and clarified. Instead of urging the value like of kindness, he emphasized specific actions, treat all living beings with compassion, and forgive those who have wronged you. The final message spoke people's language, filled with empathy and understanding. They become expression of love, tolerance, and moral guidance which inspired the entire empire. The story teaches us the true perfection lies in the ability to listen, adapt, connect with others. Ideas become powerful as they are relatable and actionable. We are going to interact with such a personality who always have practiced the quest of perfection like above. I am proud to start my career with such a personality. His name is Mr. Kishor Chag, and we welcome him to the interactions we are going to have with him under Let's Catch Up, Interact, and Share. Thank you. Is a governance, risk, and control professional with extensive international experience in helping large private and public organizations across several industries and countries. He is a CPA, CA Canada, CPA USA, CGMA, CIA, CFE, CISA, and FCA, ICAI. These are his qualifications: strong business acumen and leadership in international audit and internal controls, SOX and FCPA compliance, anti fraud, anti corruption, and anti money laundering compliance, forensic investigations, and finance effectiveness. This is what he has been expert into and what all his experiences are. He is a director at Incons since January 2011. At present, it's 14 plus years, which is at Toronto, Canada area, specializing in strategy and fraud risk management and internal audit consulting. Prior to that, he was with OLG for 6 years plus, again in Toronto, Canada area, acting as VP Audit Services. He was a director also earlier of Audit Services. His key achievements in internal audit leadership was reporting to Audit and Risk Management Committee and CEO, transformed audit strategy and methodology in response to OLG's rapid changes and evolving risk profiles, strengthen the stakeholders relationship, including those with auditors and regulators, implemented changes, management strategies to secure stakeholders' buy-in for audit plans and reporting, direct risk-based audit planning and execution, addressing emerging operational and IT risk during OLG's transformation, conducted audits on cybersecurity, data governance, and fraud, identifying controls, gaps, and recommending remedial actions. Overcame skepticism towards new audit process, ensuring clients' cooperation for successful outcome. Optimized collaboration with Big Four consultant, balancing of budget constraints while maximizing results, and facilitating knowledge transfer. Recognition: acknowledged for exemplary performance and commitment to meeting demanding mandates. Prior to that, he was a consulting director with Frisch Group International Solutions for about 1.5 years. Mentorship of one of the largest anti-corruption compliance projects across Europe, Far East, South Asia, and Australia. Bridging business and cultural gaps across the continent, monitoring compliance risk management, corporate governance and oversight of project, reviewing FCPA, anti-corruption, anti-bribery, antitrust and anti-money laundering, performing gap analysis and reporting significant findings and recommendations. Prior to that, he was a director at PwC Toronto, Canada for again about 6 years plus. Helped clients to improve internal controls and compliances, led engagements in outsourced and co-sourced internal audit, including IT audits, internal control compliances, SOX Act, which again included anti-corruption, anti-bribery, anti-money laundering, and antitrust regulations, business transformation, finance effectiveness, and performance improvement with clients across North America, Asia and Africa in diverse industries, example engineering, steel power, lighting, mining, pharma, biotech, IT, transportation, financial services. 2001, he was in India to Colorado, and further what he did his CPA and was amongst 1800 total Americans. He did his CPA and claimed again a rank there. Prior to that, he had a stint of entrepreneurship at India, heading commercial software packages organization at early stage, and also was a financial and professional consulting into various professional areas and accounting areas. This is diverse experience into the risk management over two continents or even in India as well as in US and Canada. So here we welcome Kishor Chag. We fondly call him Kishor Bhai. Hi Kishore Bhai, welcome to Let's Catch Up, Interact and Share session. Big thank you to join all the way from Toronto, Canada, okay, and giving your time. So my first question to you is, you have had an entrepreneur stint at India and later you moved overseas. Could you in brief provide your personal journey challenges?
Great. This is a very fundamental question to my whole career. As you know that since I became a chartered accountant in early 1976, I'm about to complete 50 years of becoming an Indian chartered accountant. And through the last 5 decades, I've gone through several ups and downs, twists and turns, and say movement from one place to the other in India, and then from all the way from India to Canada. And in Canada also, I have moved around in, say, several areas. So the underlying current of all this, which is very, say, uh, important and quite topical in today's time for all professionals, whether they are new or established, is to be flexible and adaptable to the changing situation, not just market situation, but economic situation as well. And that's what has happened to me. My life has never been so static. So, starting with my life in India, when I say completed my graduation, and you also could remember those days when you completed your graduation, there wasn't say any internet, there wasn't any social media, there was nothing more than whatever newspapers we were getting, and therefore whatever trends, etc., we were getting were coming from the reporters of newspapers from say anywhere in India and abroad. So that was a very limited window, and that too the interpretation of the news reports was left to us, and therefore our career decisions were guided by the social trends and tensions or expectations. And as you know very well, in those days, there were four, say, professional areas which were selected by parents when they wanted their
Yes,
children to excel in, either become a doctor or an engineer or a chartered
yes,
accountant or an MBA.
yeah,
So those were the four ones. And since I had, say, a liking for accounting from my high school days, I thought that becoming a chartered accountant would be useful. And since so many friends were also joining chartered accountancy, I did join. And since we were, say, rank holders even in the school and university, it was a given fact that yes, we would be working hard and secure, say, good position. Although I never thought that I could excel at India, all India level as well. But
Hmm.
say with say good fortune and hard work, I was a rank holder in both inter as well as
Wonderful.
finals here. And that's how my initiation into the say profession started. So since I was a rank holder chartered accountant, like my say ex-partners, Mr. Pahwa and Mr. C.K. Shah, we all had the good offers from say large corporates in those days because they were sending out their offers to the rank holder chartered accountants. And similarly, I also got an offer. And Rakesh Bhai, Mr. Pahwa and I, we tried out at Hindustan Liver for about 3 months' time. And then
Lovely.
we decided that that was just a glamorous, say, clerical job just to review and approve the purchase invoices. 1,200 invoices to be approved, say, in a day's time. That was the target given to us. And very soon we got bored. And as I was coming from a business family, the say expectation from the family as well as myself was that we never do a job anywhere. You have to do your own as a professional activity. So that's how we started thinking about, and that's how say Mr. Sikesh and Mr. Pava said they were also thinking on the same lines, and we decided to
Hmm.
join forces, and that's how Chak Pava and Shah was born, which you had joined. Thank you very much
Yes.
for those days. And then, say, since we were very enterprising, and since we were all the three were rank holders, and we had, say, one bright idea coming to us after the other. And since Mr. Pava had, say, bent of mind towards, say, technology, we soon branched out into the, say, software product development. I'm not talking about software services. Software services wasn't, say, known because only large corporates were, say, buying, say, IBM 1401 in those days. You know, the say, most popular computer, which would require large rooms and then the, say, air-conditioned environment and all, was IBM 1401.
Yeah.
And they would hire the professionals, engineers who would run it, and therefore the software services was not thought as much, and therefore we developed our own product. So that was the first, say, accounting program or package, say, was developed in India. And then it really was very good, very satisfying on the professional front, that we three all felt that no, we have done something absolutely new. And even the, say, leading chartered accountants, leaders, seniors, they also praised us that yes, you guys have done something very good at a very young age. And then, say, over a period of time, we also branched out into, say, a joint partnership with, say, a technical, say, team into manufacturing, with an idea to go public over a period of time and to really establish a large chemical corporation in India. Can you hear me properly, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you well. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how exactly we had three branches, and all the three were guided by one idea that yes, we want to be entrepreneurs and we do not want to be joining anywhere.
Yes.
Uh, but the idea of, say, providing, say, services did cross my mind, that how easily we can do that, but not at the cost of, say, doing away with product development. We, all the three partners, were absolutely clear that the product development would be the core of this organization, and that's how exactly we would be known. That's how we were doing wonderfully well. But then all of a sudden, the fate, say, decides the turn of events. Like you just changed from accounting to HR.
Yep.
My fate really, say, it happened, say, like lightning which happened to us. And that really required me to really change course. I had decided that, okay, we would open a software services branch into offshore outsourcing, and therefore I decided to explore the North American market. But by that time, I was already advancing in age, and therefore I decided that I did not want to go like, say, a young, professional who can just go to US and then start out from scratch. And therefore, I decided to go to Canada because Canada was say, offering the family say residency in those days, and therefore I decided to try it out. The idea was to try out that the family would come with me, and then from there, at least we would be able to really put our children, our two daughters, into American universities, and then thereafter we would establish our outsourcing business and would come back to India. In those days, Milind, there was no, social media available. Internet was
Yes.
in a very early stage, and
Absolutely.
therefore, no information available. And
Right.
then, although U.S. and Canada are neighbors, and then so many things are so common between these two countries. The economies are independent, very different. The professional front is very different, and that's very important for the say professionals who are starting their career today to understand that if you do not know the market and if you just jump in, it may not be useful. So it was a dream realization to me. It took me about a year's time to really understand the Canadian market. In the meantime, say the Enron scandal happened in 2001, due to which the regulatory change for financial reporting changed, say, upside down. Sarbanes-Oxley Act or SOX that came out, which really required companies to have say, ethically minded corporate governance and very strong, say, financial controls to really guard against fraudulent practices. And that really changed everything. It opened up a new vista for the professionals. And as I was one of the say early US CPAs, I had done my US CPA just to really understand how accounting practices are before I just go into outsourcing. And I was so fortunate that my hard work, even while practicing my say, professional activities in India, I could secure 93% score in CPA. So the score marks do not matter, but the understanding of the subjects, the
Got it.
grasp of the subject, which really helped me. So I understood what exactly was asked for by SOX because I had
Mm.
studied the auditing under,
Yeah.
say, AICPA's course, and therefore I did understand. And therefore, what, the market which I saw was a great opening for the American CPAs in Canada and in US, both places. And since, say, I got a very good offer to join PwC Toronto in a senior position, I thought that let me just say start from here and then we will go to US in say in a couple of years or 3 4 years. And say by that time, say, and I was doing very well at PwC because there was hardly anyone in say accounting circles in Canada who knew what I knew. There were only a very few individuals. So all the big four accounting firms sent their say staff to US to learn. Then I was one to really guide them. So I was training the PwC partners and I would say orienting, I would not say training PwC partners and directors in what exactly the requirements were. And I was also party to the joint say SOX say forum between US and Canada. That's how really my practice took my say professional practice in the form of a senior role with PwC took up. And then I had also a very good opportunity to work internationally with very large corporates
Hmm.
and then involved intense traveling. My contribution was greatly appreciated by PwC. Only thing they say that Kishore, since you are about to cross 50 or you already crossed 50, Unfortunately, we cannot invite you to join the partnership, but you can continue in a senior role. That's how it exactly happened. But that was okay because I could understand and respect the age guidelines. And then say we were almost say ready to move to US, and then 2008 say debacle happened,
Yeah.
financial services, and then
Absolutely.
it wasn't advisable. The professional practices came to a standstill, and therefore uh, I was just thinking about what to do next. And then
Yeah.
I got an offer from Judge Louis Freeh's farm. Judge Louis Freeh is the former director of FBI. He has his own farm in, say, in the practice of, say, anti-fraud and antitrust, say, corporate governance, say, practice, say, internationally. So that was another new chapter which opened, and I worked with Judge Louis Freeh's farm, where we used to be a team of three, me, say, accountant or a chartered accountant or a CPA. Another would be a lawyer, and the third one would be FBI investigator. That's how we would conduct the monitorship of a very large multinational corporation. That continued. Unfortunately, it did not work very well for my health because the
Mm, mm.
intense traveling of about,
Yeah.
say, 30,000, 40,000 miles,
Oh my.
say, every month. My body could not take with several time zones. So my doctor advised me to leave it. So I left that position at the height of, say, my recognition, and then joined, say, a Canadian company, Canadian corporate, say, Crown Corporation, where Crown Corporation is the government-owned commercial corporation, which is one of the largest crown corporations in Canada. And then I continued with them for some years, and that's how basically my journey continued. Why I said all this to you is that, Milind, what you are advocating with your, say, say, listeners, that change is the constant, and we have to be very flexible and adaptable to see what exactly is coming and what exactly works. Just seeing is not enough. We have to keep on updating our skill set.
Got it.
What exactly is required?
Yes.
So, as you will ask me late, as you asked me, just say in a reference, say not only. So while I was in India, I just did not want to do anything else. Just I said chartered accountancy. I am very faithful to chartered accountancy. But when I came to North America, I did my US CPA, I did my Canadian CA. Then after, thereafter, I did my CIA, that is certified in, say, internal auditor. I did my certified, say, information, say, auditor course. I also did my certified, say, fraud examiner. Whatever exactly was required, I did all this, say, courses or acquired these designations, not to really acquire the deal, say, letters after my name, but to really understand the subject and then to
Absolutely.
be
Absolutely.
recognized as a person who is knowledgeable. So this is how exactly I remain so flexible and see, and I try to see what exactly is required by the market. That really allowed me to be successful in Canada. Canada market is very tough. Anyway,
Yep. Yep.
so this is in nutshell what exactly my journey so far
Wonderful.
has been.
Wonderful. So flexibility, have the strength of what is required in the market, create the strength, and be actually, be engaged to be successful there. I think that's the
Yeah.
mantra I take from here. Thank you. So the next one is you have so many professional qualifications to your credit. Could you give some insights on typically how they have come to you or what efforts you made and how they are relevant to many youngsters who would look at having these qualifications?
This is a good question, and it directly is related to my, say, goal to remain up to date in my professional expertise. I never thought about having X number of designations. I was quite satisfied with Indian Chartered Accountancy, say, designation. But when I came to Canada, I decided to really be more proficient in North American, say, accounting and tax laws and practices. That's why I picked up a US CP and Canadian CE. Then, as the time went by, when I felt that to expand my, say, professional expertise in other areas, understanding the subjects was important. That's how I really picked up the designations. It was not a desire that I must have the designation, but
Okay.
that really gave me in a very, say, succinct manner the subject matter, say, details, and that's how I acquired more and more designations. Uh, my advice to the, say, young professionals in India is never go blindly after designations.
Yeah.
Say in
Qualification for
today's
checking.
time, yes, you acquire whatever is required for your profession. Like you acquired your say MBA in your say HR because you wanted to practice in that area. So if you want to do something and then it really helps you in understanding that subject matter, do acquire. Or if there is a requirement of a job, for
Yes.
example, if the job market says that you have to have, let's say, X designation, then just go and achieve it. But just do not go after number of letters after your name in your business card because after all, who uses the business card in today's
Yes.
time?
Yes.
Nobody. Okay. So that's what my advice would be. Just go
Got it.
after what Excel is required.
Right.
Yeah.
So the next one to you, you have been a risk management professional, dealt with strategic compliance, operational and financial risk. What is, according to you, you suggest about this particular profession?
This is a say, typical question about one professional line. Milind, you know that as an Indian chartered accountant, I was more into practice of say auditing, tax, and finance consulting. When I came to Canada, when I saw the opportunity, which was say absolutely brand new opportunity because of the Enron scandal, where the entire professional outlook changed from the standard, say, auditing and the what we say that it's just based on looking at the transactions. It became, say, control focused. Say, auditing that really changed the, say, regulatory requirement also for the companies to listed companies to have sound corporate governance, risk management, and internal controls. That
Got it.
opened up a new field, and as in US CPA, it became a very interesting say line for me, and I really excel in that. Over a period of time, say it's just almost now about say 24 years since SOX came in. SOX has settled down, Cyber and SOX or internal control practice has settled down, internal audit practice also has settled down. The Institute of Internal Auditors has really done so well in the last 15, 20 years to really bring the profession into the center of the say, professional arena. And therefore, this profession has evolved. Say the risk management, compliance, and internal audit, they are very much interconnected to an extent, and they can be a very useful second arm to the say board of directors and senior management.
Got it.
That's how it is important. So it has evolved, and the requirement for the right kind of professionals has been steadily increasing here, and that
Mhm.
can be a very in line for say, any professional to really have good understanding of all the three areas, and then to decide whether to work in one or two areas at a point in time. And then this is say, really applicable to any line. The evolution of any professional line is applicable to any other line as well. Take
Got
for
it.
IT. For
Mhm.
example, take IT.
Yeah.
Information technology was just say servicing the large corporation past, and then thereafter, helping the companies with their banking software or their say financial accounting software that was there, or just to manage their help desk, say from within India. That has now evolved into much more mature, say IT, say services. And with the say, arrival of artificial intelligence, there are say
Mhm.
new trends coming in, and it is moving so fast, and it is really bringing out more and more things that the people who really keep themselves adapt, say, to the changing professional say arena, they will definitely be useful, and therefore it is very interesting for any professional in any line to be really adapt to whatever the evolution or evolutionary, say, state of the profession is.
Got it. Thank you. My next question, you have Western view since being there at Canada and US for a long. While you can provide that view, based on your experience, suggest a direction to the young professionals from India.
This is a very interesting question, and I believe that this is very near to your heart because at this juncture in your career, you are more into really guiding and advising people how exactly can you help the people, and I really appreciate that. Well, I will divide my answer to this question in two parts. The first thing, what I would suggest to the young professionals is to really uh, be very much careful about what exactly they have. And then, as we call it in professional spheres, to conduct a SWOT analysis on themselves, not just on themselves, but also on the market or geographies or the, say, vocation or the profession that they want to select or what they are in, because there are so many branches also in engineering also, right? So the first thing is to do a very realistic SWOT. What exactly one's say SWOT stands, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats are, and then to really say link the SWOT with their own interest. See, at times what happens is I do not know. I'm not very much familiar with the Indian market right now. But generally, still, my impression is still there that the people, generally young professional students, think that if so many people are going in X line, I would also like to do
Yeah.
that. And IT is now is the chosen line that okay, if I go into the IT, I can generally can go to US or say Canada or UK or Germany or Australia or New Zealand very easily, and I can have a very nice career. There is nothing wrong, say, in thinking about this because everybody has to be, say, aspirational. We have to have the aspirations. That's very good. Without aspirations, we just cannot really make right efforts. But at the same time, the efforts, say, to really achieve
Yeah.
something in life has to be, say, backed by a person's own analysis of where exactly they are. And that really can yield the right results. And therefore, I always tell the people that say, when you do your own SWOT, be very honest with yourself. Do not think about what your friends are doing, what the current trend is doing. Find out what your SWOT is. If you think that you are really struggling in, say, STEM, uh, what we call in, say, science,
Yeah. Yeah.
technology, engineering, and maths, if you are just, say, struggling in that, then just do not think what exactly others are doing in IT.
Yeah.
If others are succeeding in IT, that's okay. But find out where exactly you are good at, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. And then thereafter, we can, let's say, think about opportunities and threats.
Right.
Just do not follow that because say everybody does it. I would like to do that. One thing which really disturbs me is uh, some reports which I see they may be biased. That everybody says that government should create jobs for us. What exactly you want to do when government creates a job? No, but government should create the job for us. And I'm not talking about professionals. Professionals have another problem. Everybody is going to US, so even I want to go to US.
Yeah.
Now, one reality check we already have is that US now says that any new H1B
Yes.
visa will have 100,000 US dollars a fee every
Yes.
year.
Yes.
So that's a dampener. But I would say that even the one who really is good at it does not have to take this as a dampener. Okay, if one door is closing, another will open. Where actually the door is? That's the reason I'm saying do the SWOT of yourself as well as your, say, job market. What actually is happening? Because one thing is very clear that let's say following blindly the herd that everybody is, let's say, working for us, I will do that, will not be useful. People
Absolutely.
were successful. That was a phase, like when the stocks came in, people really became, say, very good at it and they really excel in the career. People made the career out.
Absolutely.
And they are in very senior vice president positions in that as well. But if today somebody says that I want to make that my career, the days are gone. So
So,
one thing is to
external
do.
context also is very critical to review along with your strengths. Look at the external context as to how the business, the country is, economy is, technology, everything has changed. Like laws also have changed. Like this, the H1B, the fees which has come in, which was detrimental to the many organization to even get the folks there. So, very rightly said, SWOT, strengths to know, context to know, and don't go based on the herd mentality. Yes.
The second thing is, say, after selecting what exactly the area I want to be, then pursuit of excellence goes without saying.
Yeah.
See, I see so many people, they are so, perfectly doing well in doing their small, say, reels on Instagram.
Yeah.
The boys and girls who are not even, say, graduates, they do that. If they can do that, then because they want to have the
Yes.
maximum number of hits, right? That I want to have the maximum number of hits. That's how they do it. So pursuit of excellence in a professional field is absolutely important for anyone who wants to succeed.
Got it.
I would just say I was say chuckling, and I had also discussed with you about Mr. Narayan Murthy's say advice to the young professionals to work 70 hours minimum a week. And then initial reaction from the people was mixed. So those who were really working, say, very long hours, they said, "Oh, this is requirement." But most of the people said that, "Oh, Mr. Murthy is talking about is only a slave mentality." Yes, if you really figuratively read that way. Whatever worked in Mr. Murthy's time in 1984, say working 70 hours, 90 hours a week, may not work in today's time, but to have the mindset
Yeah.
to have that kind of say devotion now because of some circumstances if Mr. Murthy had support from Mrs. Sudha Murthy to look after the family and
Yeah.
therefore he could devote that may not be possible for everyone, so one has to work
Right.
out, but then also the mind has to be really focused on really pursuit of excellence. How exactly am I going to excel in my job, in my field? That if we really say translate Mr. Murthy's advice, and then we can say that that advice is absolutely applicable to everyone in today's time, those who want to really excel in the life. And my question is that if you do not want to say pursue excellence, then what exactly do you want to do?
Absolutely.
Do you want to say that idling away your time is it a virtue? What is it?
Got
Be
it.
true. That's what I'm saying. Second thing, what I'm saying is continue to remain updated.
Right.
You cannot say that I was a chartered accountant, rank holder chartered accountant in 1976, and Kishore therefore should be given all these say opportunities. That doesn't work. That did not work. I adapted, and therefore I'm saying that yes, and technology should be made part of your life, whatever you do.
Got
And
it.
I'm so happy the way people use their phones without understanding that how easily they are becoming more and more say,
Got it.
familiar with use of technology, but the technology should be part of your life, and then and remaining updated with latest developments on a daily
Absolutely.
basis. And then second, which is very important, which say you have seen your journey from remaining an introvert to be an extrovert.
Absolutely. Yes.
Be
Very true.
outward, like I was also. I've been introvert all my life. Even now, I do not go to professional forums. I was one of the charter members of the Toronto chapter of, say, Indian CAs in Canada. But I'm no longer, say, associated with them because somehow it doesn't fit with my own interests. But I'm advising everyone that if you are at a young age, say,
Yeah.
try to be as much extrovert as you can, and then try to expand your network. Make more and more friends. That's going to be really useful to you. And then it will also get you so much of information from so many other angles. And the third is focus on the trends in your selected market. what exactly is required by this market.
Yeah.
Do not sell. Do not sell Canadian CA in India, stating that I'm an expert in Canadian, say, taxation rules, so that I can do your work as well. But no, I can say that, okay, fundamentally, I know Canadian tax laws, and I'll pick up what exactly are the similarities between Indian and Canadian tax laws, and what exactly I have to learn further in Indian tax laws, and there. That's how I can say myself. That's what I'm saying.
Got
See
it.
what exactly market requires. If you do that, then certainly you can succeed. And as we say that, yes, be flexible, adapt yourself to the market requirements, and you can succeed.
Got it. So the next is how you embrace the new emerging technologies in your professional sphere.
This is quite interesting because at a very young age, I was very much interested in knowing what exactly is happening around. And then so it was quite funny that when there was no internet, there was no social media. The access only was to newspapers, and then then I was glued to Economic Times and other periodicals. But ever since I became a chartered accountant, I subscribed to Fortune and say Newsweek magazines
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
as early as 1982, 83, to understand what exactly was happening in the say business world. Fortune and Business Week, what was happening in United States of America and the business and economic side. I was getting those two periodicals, every 15 days by post from
Okay.
US. So that's how I was interested in Israeli. And then it was in those days there was no understanding of what exactly internet, strength of internet, etc. is. So, but when I came to Canada, I had to really understand what exactly is, the technological, changes and advancements being made. I was nearer to US, and therefore I started keeping tab on that. And then what happened was more and more organizations started, say, offering more and more, I would say, orientation or education online. I do
Mm-hmm.
not know about India, but there are so many professional organizations here in North America. Those who are offering, say webinars, say web-based, say 1 hour, say discussions or presentations. So I started attending at least 2 or 3 every week on the latest topics. And I also acquired my CISA, so I became more and more aware of what exactly the technological side is. That's how I got more and more interested. And then I started understanding more and more. Today, I really keep a tab on what exactly is happening. So when the first thing when came in the Americans, they started making fun of the Indians at the annual conferences. I very vividly remember when the before AI, today's Copilot and Chat GPT or Gemini, one thing which had come in the accounting profession was RPO, or robotic process automation. That's how actually the data would be pulled from SAP, and then it would be transferred into say Excel, and then the scripts would run the program, and then the entire set of say transactions would be reviewed, and exceptions would be flagged.
Mm-hmm.
So in
Okay.
those days, one say American say a friend said to me that Kishore, now your Indian IT firms days are numbered. Now we are going to use more and more RP. So that was about 10 years back. RPA could not stop the advancement of Indian IT
Right.
companies or
Yes.
Indian chartered accountants. Nobody has been replaced by RPA so far. But
Absolutely.
then now, once again, the same talk is being made about the AI is going to replace human beings. And I see on the other end that if you are really keeping yourself updated with AI, then you can see that how easily you can use AI. Because AI
Absolutely.
is moving so fast, the
Yep.
changes are being moving so fast that you can use it. And then once you start, the see advantage of today's technological changes is they are much more user friendly. What goes behind
Yes. Yes.
is not for everyone, but the user has to be more and more, say IT friendly, and has to understand how easily the user can take advantage of it. So I use Copilot in my, my office work every now and it really throws out quite surprising, results, and that it's useful. When I said that I do not want this summary more than 2 pages, it gives me a page and a half.
Yeah.
That's how it is useful. So I find it safe. Experimenting with the latest trends is only useful, and therefore it really gives me great sense of confidence that AI is not going to take away any job from the people who really know how to really play AI.
Yep. Yeah. Very true.
That's how exactly I think, and therefore my advice to the young professional is that yes, please be glued to the latest technological changes and make them part of life. Just think that it's this new iPhone, which is iPhone
Yes.
91 is
Yes.
coming up.
Yes.
The way you just pick up iPhone 17 within 2 days' time, you can say that, oh, I can play with these cameras and these features this way. Just try using that, and you can, that will really cultivate one's interest. Okay.
Uh, Got
That's
it.
what my journey has been.
Thank you. So the last question to you, Kishore bhai, is your inputs, sort of do's and don'ts for the young professionals.
Thank you. This is very near to my heart because mm, when I see young professionals, I just see that now these are the, say, this is a generation which is going to achieve much more than what we could. They have the wherewithal to really succeed in life, and then when they have got all zeal and enthusiasm and hard zeal that can be really put to the best use for themselves. I don't think that I'm, say, such a great leader to really, say, advise anyone on what exactly they should be doing. I'm not like Anand Mahindra, who is so popular, who gives
Yeah, But,
small,
but
say,
you have been so humble post number of years experience, you're still counting yourself not to be a leader, whereas you've led a lot of initiatives, organizations, and other things. Anyways, yeah.
yeah, but at the same time, not in the public domain, right? So,
Yes, yes,
so I do not consider myself to be that, but at the same time, I really would like to say something, like we say in North America, my 2 cents. Say
yes,
my two
yes,
senses is an old idiom. What we say is that my, say, humble, say suggestion, wouldn't say even advice. So I would start with do's. What exactly the young professionals say should do, and then my list is not difficult. It's very practical. Starting with be confident. You have to be confident about your life. Don't look at anybody else to do something for yourself. As an Indian, you are capable of doing so much. Be confident.
yes,
That's the first thing. Second thing is know your own SWOT
yes,
and the SWOT of your chosen vocation. What exactly is that? Why am I here? What exactly am I trying to do here? Just know your SWOT. Have a strong foundation in your chosen area. Don't start, if you're not an accountant, just don't say be an accountant. If you're not an IT guy, if you're not comfortable, tell your parents that no, engineering is not my fault. I wouldn't
yeah,
go there.
yeah,
I would like to be a poet.
yes,
Retain your childlike curiosity. This is very important.
yes, yes,
If I'm as curious as a child at this age, I'm running 73rd. So if I'm as curious as a child, and that really helps me to really know and learn more and more things, then keep learning, keep up to date with latest trends, and then you can keep yourself up to date with anything what's happening with, say, in the, say, film world or music world or
yes,
in cricket
yes,
or any other line of sports. That also, there's nothing wrong with it, but at the same time also keep yourself up to date with your subject,
yeah,
your, say, area of vocation, and then what are the industrial trends. Keep up to date there. The next is adapt technology.
yes,
Artificial intelligence, for example, like
yeah,
you adopt the latest smartphone. Generally, youngsters are very adapted using the latest smartphone. The next is remain agile and adaptable. to understand of what the market requires. You have to
Hmm.
be agile.
Yeah.
If situation is changing, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of artificial intelligence. That's going to be your friend. It's going to be a powerful tool to really say bring about the changes that you can with your efforts. Continue to reinvent. There is
Yeah.
nothing wrong if you change your line. You change your line, I change my line.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong to reinvent yourself. Just be, say, quite adaptable. Just don't reinvent for the sake of it. Continue to expand your network. Be
Hmm.
extrovert again and then expand your network like anything in today's time. You can do so much. Then last two are very important. Make for and enjoy time with your family and friends. Do
Absolutely.
not forget your loved ones, say in the pursuit of the advancement in your career. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You can be, say, the CEO of the organization who cannot get along with the son or daughter. That's not useful at all.
Absolutely.
And above all, be happy.
Be happy.
Be happy with whatever you do. Be happy. If you're not happy with whatever you do, if you
Makes
are, say, a leader of an IT team, but you're not happy about it, it's not. Be happy. This is what actually you should do. I have tried to do as much as I could, and I believe that some of the things, if I have to restart, I would follow this list, say, to the T. The next is the don'ts. I've said about this, but this is the list. Don't follow a career path only because most others are following that. Don't follow your friend blindly, just whatever is popular. Or don't say that I want to be an actor because Shah Rukh Khan is very rich. Or Mr. Moti is very rich. I want to be an IT engineer. Just don't follow that. Do not select any career without making due research. You have to research that industry, and don't say select without making sure it fits your skill set, confirmed through your SWOT.
yes.
Don't don't just select. Don't follow the herd. Just stand out. Do not think a designation is a master key to success. At best, it can open a door for you to enter. Just don't think that if you become, say, masters in engineer, you have got the success made for you. No. If you become a chartered accountant, doesn't mean that yes, you're going to be a successful profession in your life. It just opens the doors for you. But then
Absolutely.
thereafter, you have to walk. Do not chase foreign mirage.
Yep.
Not the same as it was in 1990s and 2000s. While India is leapfrogging, the West is decaying so fast, and now the Indian competition is everywhere. I'm from West, and I'm telling you, I'm not saying that do not consider West, but don't think that if you go to West, if you go to America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, the life is made. No, it's not. Go to Australia, go to New Zealand, go to US, go to Canada, go to anywhere, go to Japan, say Switzerland, go to UK, go to Germany, go to say Moscow, go to Singapore. Just research and go wherever. But at the same time, consider India as well. It's tough, but at the same time, today's successful professionals are from India. So if Sundar Pichai remained in US, you become a Sundar Pichai who really is successful in Pune or Bangalore or Mumbai, right? Keep an eye on examples like Zoho and
Yep.
numerous other startups. The professional scene in India is much more exciting. That's what
Yes.
my question has always been. That if, say, Infosys and Wipro have been so good at, say, professional services, why not in product? Why
Yeah.
not in product creation? And as I told you, that we have got a very successful example of the Aadhaar,
Yes. Yes.
by whatever the name is, Mr.
Other
Mike.
digital payments, such a
Yeah,
things
UPI.
which
We have done so many
UPI.
things. So
Yeah.
so why not? Why not say in India? Why not join such say companies? If you yourself cannot be a startup engineer, join such an organization. And remember, you cannot succeed without hard work. Remember, Zoho took 20 years silent work to reach
Yeah.
where they are. But they
But
are
yeah.
they are a force to reckon with
Yes.
internationally. So please, just do not follow blindly anything. Just do whatever you can and be confident, be happy. Thank you very
Great.
much.
So, Kishore bhai, great to have interaction with you. I know some of the best things which I could, catch up out of this is at this age, you have been looking the whole horizon as a technology, positivity, ensuring to guide the folks who are really wanting the help or build their career. And the focus of both what is learned from the past and what's something which people should follow today. I think it was a synergy of the things very, very well for all the folks who are going to learn from this and watch this is going to be very helpful. Big thank you to you for your time and giving all these insights to many of them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Milind, for having me. It was a pleasure really speaking with you. I've never spoken with anyone so far about what exactly my line of thinking is. Thank you very much. You made me even start thinking about what exactly I really think and how exactly can I make a list.
My pleasure.
Uh, but I really feel very happy with what you are doing. You are trying to help so many young professionals. And I would be glad to really participate in that activity with you. Say, if I can be of any help, I
Thank
would be
you.
very happy about it and
Absolutely.
to really help the say young professionals because today's young professionals are really the say future of India and future of say Indian say professional front.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you.
My pleasure.